But next we're gonna head to the Golden Waterfall, and I was gonna tell you about this statue that was here on the right hand side. And this statue is of our national sport Glima. And this sport goes all the way back to the Viking era. But I have to say, after witnessing this sport, it's the weirdest sport I ever witnessed in my lifetime. But that doesn't matter. They wear these weird customs and fans wrapped around the waist to get a better grip on the opponent, and whoever brings the other one to the ground first wins. And like I said, that's our national sport, Klima. And it's similar maybe to wrestling, but it's not wrestling. It's different. And but our most popular sport is the European football, and we for the first time managed to reach the final tournament in 2016, and again in 2018 we managed to reach the World Cup for the first time in the European football. Does that anyone know on the Spurs who is the most famous football player in the history of this island? And for you guys from the USS Soccer. Anyone? Nobody? His name is Eidur Guðnason, and like I said, he played for, among many other things, for Chelsea and FC Barcelona. But does anyone know who's the most, what is the second most popular sport on this island?
Baseball.
Nope, not baseball. Nobody wants to take a wild guess. Rugby? No, not rugby. What is the other one? Cricket? No, not cricket. No. It is golf. Golf is the second most popular sport on this island. I wonder why.
Golf?
I wonder why you didn't guess that we have a little bit more than 70 golf courses on this island. And most folks who practice golf are adults at the age of 18 and older. There are kids obviously practice golf, but the majority of them are adults. And then we have the third most popular sport, which is basketball. And like in football, we managed to reach the Eurobasket for the first time in 2015. And we actually had a game about a couple of weeks ago with Georgia. We only needed 1 more point in that game to qualify for the World Cup for the first time in basketball. And that didn't materialize for the World Cup. And then we would have been the smallest nation to ever qualify for the World Cup in basketball. But we only, like I said, we needed to win that game by 4 points, but they won it by 3 points. And that's not how it is in sport. But does anyone know who is the most famous basketball player in the history of this island? If you're from the US, it might be something for you, because he played with the LA Lakers in the 80s. But I can tell you, it's not Karim Abdul-Jabbar and someone I'm thinking of history. He played with it, James Rusty and Irving Magic Johnson, who was the golden era of the LA Lakers. And only one person has been able to answer this question up to now, and we see the ice and the water on the next top. A lot of chocolate. But it is Geysir Gullfoss, Peter, a tall, 7'2" or something, very tall guy. He also played for the San Antonio Spurs and the Haukadalsvegur Geysir. The only Scandinavian that he is ever play in the NBA. Peter Gulfoss. Peter Gulfoss.
Okay.
That's why I wouldn't know. Try to Google it. You see, a very tall guy. And then we have the fourth most popular sport, which is handball. Handball is quite popular in Europe, at least in Northern Europe, and we met almost. We actually had the World Cup ended in Sweden and Poland in handball last January. And then we have quite popular gymnasium and track and field. And the swimming, now we have about 20 swimming pools in Reykjavik. A little bit more than 60 altogether around the island, and there is not a town without a swimming pool. And we Icelanders, we like to go to the swimming pools in the morning before work and also in the afternoon after work. So if you have a chance to visit the swimming pools, I can definitely recommend you do it. So it doesn't cost that much, about 1,000 kroner for those. You know why we like to go to the swimming pool so much that you spend about a couple of hours in the blue lagoon in the afternoon. But next we're gonna go to the Golden Waterfall, and if it wasn't for this lady, Sigrid Thomasdottir, we would be on our way to the Golden Waterfall, simply because her father, a farmer who lived here nearby, got an offer from a Scottish businessman. This was happening late 19th century, and this Scottish businessman wanted to tie the waterfall and tie the land and the waterfall to make a power plant. But Sigrid, a very stubborn woman, and as we often refer to as our first female environmentalist in Iceland, he was against this, and to protest, he walked all the way from here, from this area, to the capital to gain support from local senators, and they actually did that several times, 12 times in fact. And you have to remember during this time there were no roads here in this area. And she also threatened to throw herself into the waterfall if the deed would go ahead, but luckily for us, the deed didn't go ahead, so that's why we are now on our way to have a look at the Gulfoss waterfall. And if you look now here on the left hand side at 9 o'clock, you can see the end of the long glacier. Driving alongside the long glacier, the second largest glacier on the island, second to the water glacier himself, which is located here on the eastern side of the island.